Yo guys, what's going on? Ace is here today with another video. In today's video, we're going to be doing a loot guide on Woods. I'm trying my best to get a loot guide done for every single map and have those maps uploaded within the first 5 days of wipe for you guys. So if you don't like Woods, if you don't like Interchange, you can hop on Customs or you can hop on Shoreline and get some good loot out of it. And obviously, there is good loot on all of the spots on the map, but I try to focus on certain locations to give you guys a good, solid game plan for when you're heading into raid to hit that spot and to get out of the raid. That is the game plan here. We're going to be heading into Woods, as I said, and I'm going to be showing you two spots because I felt like there's no reason to just make two different videos for it when I can just cram it all into one. We can just make it quick. We are going to be heading to the pop-up military camp, and we are going to be heading to the new village, not the sunken village, but the new little small town that is on the Woods expansion. So both of these are from the Woods expansion. If you guys haven't played the Woods expansion yet, maybe you're a returning Tarkov player, you guys are going to have a blast on the Woods map. There's so much loot now, and if you guys have played a little bit of Woods, maybe you didn't know about all these loot spawns or know about some of these containers, spots, whatever it may be. So do me a huge favor, drop a like on this video, and make sure you subscribe. If you are new around here, going to be plenty of content for 12.11. Let's hop into Woods. I'm going to try my best to put a map on screen to show you guys where these two locations are if I can find the Woods expansion map. But nonetheless, let's hop in. Let's get some loot. Alright guys, we are here in location 1. I believe this is RUAF actually right here. And then like the factory gate is up there where you need to extract with a scav. You collect the blood sample from the car right along this shoreline right here. So that kind of gives you context where we're at. There's Sniper Rock, so give you a couple landmarks. But this entire little pop-up camp here is filled with loot. There is so much stuff in here. Now, I am in an offline raid, so loot might vary on my end. We might not get as much as you will find in an online raid. But for example, all of these boxes, all of these barrels, everything can have loot on top of it. All of these boxes, literally everything. So we're going to be focusing on the containers because loose loot seems to not spawn very well in online raids. I just don't know why. But all these tables can have loot on them. And there's just loot spawns everywhere. We got a CMS. I am going to pick everything up. I'm already heavy. Let's get rid of our armor. We have a med bag here. Let's drop this stuff. We have another med bag. Let's go ahead and take these ears off as well. Bunch of stuff. Now, make sure you guys are looting. There's a hand drill. Nobody wants that, though. Unless you're a standard account player, then you're going to need one. But make sure you're looting all of these crates. There's so much good stuff in these things, man. And you can easily get all 3 of your Salewas in one raid just from this camp. Just from this camp. You just got to get lucky with one of these supply crates. I mean, looting these items at the beginning of wipe is huge. Like, big money loot. I know there is a LEDX spawn somewhere inside one of the containers. It might be in this one. Like, I don't think it is. Oh, it's this one. There's a LEDX spawn right there. So I've heard, anyway. But we're not even close to done looting this camp yet. Make sure you're checking the ambulances. Do you not get in them? Yeah, you can. Maybe you can't get in the other one. Like you can't. There's always a good amount of loot in here. And even in the offline raid, there's a ton of it. Very common to get morphine, CMS kits, Salewas. I mean, look at all this loot, man. You even got a lot of food spawns here. I mean, we're already filling up the attack, too. Another crate here. We're gonna run out of space. Lupo's beans. I mean, that would be nice to get. To never have to worry about it again in the first day. I mean, there's just stuff everywhere. So we have oat flakes, apple juice. Let's start dropping some stuff. So here's what we got so far. Take notes if you want. We are going to just drop all this. keep the water ration and just use it. There's everything so far that we've gotten. Oat flakes, apple juice, we'll just keep them there. Keep looting. Should be a couple more crates. Let's see, what else? We loot this crate. We did. Pretty sure I'm missing a couple crates. We have to go up there. I'm pretty sure there's a crate spawn in there. Up there somewhere. There is just so much loot here, guys. So much. Weapon box here. Weapon box here. Which one is it in? I swear there was a supply crate in one of these. Ammo spawns right here. Here's the crate. Alright, is that it? I think we hit nearly everything. We might have missed a couple items. But overall, we got most of it. Like there could be DP spawn, or can't grab that one, unfortunately. But I think we got pretty much everything out of here. So you see, and we pretty much filled up 2 attack 2s. We had a little bit of stuff in our rig. So we almost filled up 2 entire attack 2 backpacks. So there's a decent amount of loot coming out of here. And definitely recommended to hit this place every single raid for some of those really important items that you need. And, you know, just one raid can make all the difference. Let me just double check this crate right here for us. Yeah, we did get that one. All right, next we're going to be heading to the new village, which is way that way. It's going to take me like 10 minutes to run there. So make sure you're leaving a like on the video. Let's head over. All right, we made it. It took a while, but we made it. So here is the bridge extract, which you need 3,000 rubles to take. Almost always there, in one of the best extracts and safest extracts, in my opinion. But you have 3 houses here, and they are filled with loot. You will fill up your attack 2 or whatever backpack you're running pretty damn easily, if not twice to 3 times over. There is a lot of food spawns. I'm going to show you all the loot spawns in here, and then I'll get you guys out of here. So we're starting with the grenade box outside. And we are just going to chuck that CMS kit. And before we head into the house, let me show you the shed. Now, there's a ton of loot in here. Like I said, sometimes with these offline raids, the loose stuff does not spawn. But there is a lot of loose loot spawns all throughout these houses. On this box, on the floor here, on these barrels, this barrel. Like, everywhere in here, there is loose loot spawns. And here in the offline raid, there is none. There is literally 0. So, a toolbox here. I don't know why in the offline raids this loot doesn't load in. Maybe it's just for maximum performance and offline. I have no idea. But we do have some food spawns. There's a 3M armor. I did not know that spawned there. We pick up all these food spawns. I'm glad all the food spawns at least are spawning, so I can show you guys how absolutely loaded it is in here. And this is where I'll be going to farm my metabolism skill. This is how I pretty much did it this wipe. And I think I started over halfway through the wipe. And I got my metabolism up to 32 with pretty much minimal effort. I mean, just eating and drinking whenever I get the food. So I'm going to have max metabolism for sure this wipe. Come on. This grenade box is always good to me. Almost every single raid, I'll find some sort of grenade in there. Now, if you get a smoke grenade, you know, it's probably Tarkov shafting you a little bit, but it is what it is. So that is the first house. The loose loot in the shed would have filled the backpack 100%. That's how much stuff is actually in there. So just a bad run on that. But we're going to head to this next house. And you can check out here on the table. We do have elite pliers on this table. Just out here for some loose loot. We did get a little bit. There's a relay here sitting on the shelf, along with the toolbox. This is one where the toolbox, I don't usually loot too much. just because you're out in the open, you could get picked. It's just not something I'm comfortable looting. Right here, you can find ammo spawns and food spawns, I think, on that. Definitely food spawns, but I'm not sure on the ammo, I think, though. Duffel bag here. Now, there's going to be food spawns on this table. There's none in here, nothing spawning in this house for some reason. This whole table is going to be loaded. There's going to be a food spawn here, a couple of them, actually. Food spawns here. And there can be some loose loot here. So nothing spawned in this house, but this house is loaded just like the other one. Before we head upstairs, let me show you that there is a weapon crate right here. We got a UN helmet. You do need for some tasks. You got a toolbox. I do not think there is a jacket in here. There is not. So let's head back upstairs to finish this house. Alright, so there's a couple treasure spawns up here I'll show you guys. Under both the beds, there is a treasure spawn. Now, the most common thing you're going to find is horses. If you want to loot it, all you have to do is either prone right here, and you can usually see the bottom of it, whatever it is, and you can grab it. Or you will have to prone at the side of it, like right here, and then grab it this way. But 2 treasure spawns under there for you guys to get just some good loot. I think there's a couple other loose spawns up here, but there's not too much loot when it comes to upstairs. So let's head to the other house. The other house is super loaded. This is probably your worst house right here. Be honest with you. The downstairs is good, but compared to the other two, I think the other two are better. But they're all good. They all have a ton of loot. We're going to head in the shed on the left first. Going to be a crate right here. Couple of tech spawns. There's a food spawn right here. 1 or 2 of them, if not 3, actually. I usually always find food of some sort on this table. Once again, just because it's an offline raid, not a lot of loot is spawning. We have a toolbox here. Hopefully this will fill up our attack 2. It won't. But we'll call this our first attack 2 of loot. We'll get rid of all that, and we will hopefully have some stuff spawn in the house for us to fill it up once more. So, coming in here. You cannot go in this shed, by the way. It is locked. So is the... Yeah, we do got some spawns. Awesome. So we have some more food here. This is what the other house should look like. All along here, you're going to find food spawns. There's one right there. You can find a couple of them on this table. Nothing in here. Not great. Usually it's a little bit better, honestly. You can find loose loot on this couch. You can find a lot of food spawns in here as well. Yeah, not loading in too well. We had some stuff load in, but not much. Usually this table's loaded. You can also find your treasure spawns under this bed as well. Another 3M armor. And upstairs, I think there's a duffel bag, and that's it. Right here. Usually this house is a lot more loaded with food for me. Based on personal experience, but, you know, you might have a good, bad raid. But this is the new village. This is an absolutely loaded place to go to for some food and level up that metabolism skill. If you guys enjoyed the loot guide here on Woods, I'd really appreciate it if you drop a like for me. This one took 25 minutes to record. I try to put a little bit of time and effort into some of my videos, so that like rating and all the support really does help me continue to make great content, and it also helps the YouTube channel as a whole via YouTube algorithm. So it's going to do it for me, guys. If you enjoy the video here today, do me a huge favor, that like button, all the support options, share it around, do whatever you got to do. That's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm out.